I do want to ask, what are we, is Calamity staying behind?
Oh no.
We're not taking Calamity to the red number 5.
Of course not.
Yeah, but we haven't really given it any proper exercise in a while.
Well, that's because it's been missing. So how do you know it wasn't getting proper exercise during that whole time period? I don't imagine it was just chilling.
Lynn, as we are traveling to the red number 5, would you rather go ahead and take the Calamity out for a brief run and then send it back home and then join us at the red 5?
I was thinking of doing that, yeah.
Do you trust it to find its way back to the house that we're staying at? Because we're not leaving it out where, someone could go ahead and go, oh, look at this funny horse. Oh my God!
Well, the thing is, last time we kind of joked about, well, what if it wandered in while we were having the chat? No.
Do what you feel you need to do for the horse. But we need to go ahead and do what the doctor needs to get done.
Right.
Yeah, so if you want to ride Calamity there and then shoo him off, he disappeared and came back. It's just...
I don't
Will
think...
he go back?
I don't think riding Calamity to the red number 5 is the thing. I think it's... Lynn, take Calamity through a water puddle that leads out in the forest where no one will see. Ride Calamity around, get it all, all the exercise at once, and then go ahead and have Calamity leave her at red number 5 and try to encourage it to find its own way back home.
What if you guys wait an hour or so? I go run the horse around.
You're not having to convince me. You have to convince the doctor.
I can wait an hour. That's fine. If that's
what
all
about
it
23 more?
I tell you, that's a little too much.
No, you can't blame a man for trying.
If you think it's the best for Calamity, we got an hour to burn. The good doctor can get ready to visit her sister. Me and Crowley can do whatever we think we need to do to get... Rune, sorry. Apologize. Me and Rune can go and do whatever we need to do to get ready, and then we'll leave in about an hour.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Calamity, let's go.
And we never see Lynn again.
You're still muted.
I think she's aware.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting some stuff ready for no reason.
I saw you just rocking to the beat there.
Okay, Lynn. So you've done this a few times now. Calamity's cool, teleport stuff. It's pretty neat. As always, it's just you feel the darkness around you. If you guys all want, you can actually watch Calamity leave. Calamity's gonna do it from in here. You just see, his body gets I hate this word, but extremely moist as it just starts to drip, lands on the floor. And this will be interesting. And I will say definitely Theo. I think you have the hot. Yes, you do. Easy. Theo, you can really pinpoint that it is as soon as Calamity's hoofs stand within water, and even just a tiny pedal, that seems to be all it takes as you watch Calamity then just fall into the water.
Oh, I'm not just watching this. I'm studying it.
Yeah,
because
I know.
If I can figure out how it works, I'm wondering if I can create a shadow puddle that I could use like it uses water. So I am actively, very closely paying attention to everything I see, feel, sense, because I want to actually be able to.
I think a requirement in order for you to do that is a really nice tuxedo, and you need to start strangling people.
Well, I think that I've seen it being done, and I would like to do it without creating more bodies because that causes other problems. Yeah.
Great power requires great sacrifice.
Yeah.
More responsibility.
Yeah, it seems like it just takes all his hoofs have to be at least standing within water. And as soon as the puddle grows and grows and then all his hoofs gone, drops down. And when the water forms, I mean, it's just as if it just comes from the skin and rolls right off at, I mean, a very constant just drop from underneath them. And since it is inside the building, this, whatever you want to call it, this haunted shell, it doesn't have, I mean, the shadows, nothing has a reaction to anything that Calamity does. It just seems like, because when you summoned your Abyssal Spectre, you saw it just get wiped. No, I mean, Calamity just does what he does.
Well, I mean, it's literally the whole Abyssal Spectre thing is of a similar magic to this place, whereas Calamity is horse of a different color.
Something.
So I think that it's the reason why this place doesn't react to Calamity is its nature is so vastly different.
Also, I was thinking specifically not going towards our usual stomping grounds close to where her farm is, because she wants to stay far away from that area as possible. So she's probably going to want to go towards the southern end more so.
So they're in Illinois, in hopefully a densely forested area where Lynn and Calamity can do what Calamity does.
Yes.
Kills a fox?
Darkness.
No, I killed the fox.
Darkness engulfs you and plummets you down. 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 Time stretches on and on as you continue to fall. Never ending, never moving, yet always falling. Falling into fear, falling into uncertainty, falling into madness. If not for the burly body of Calamity to give you ground, you very well would be lost forever. Falling forever. Down. Down, down, further and further. You and Calamity, there is nothing. This is everything. Down, down. You are a hole, but it has been filled. Taint. Taint! They hear you. They see you. Faces stare back at you, crying, screaming, begging, hatred churning within their eyes. I see you. I hear you. All right, so we're going to a forest, eh? Well, you're going to be soaked from head to toe, as always. Everything else on you, though, is fine, untouched. Let's go stomping for an hour, as if nothing haven't happened.
I wonder how long Lynn is going to continue using this teleportation.
Yes, Lynn is getting more and more
It has
stressed
been
by
a
it.
bit of a break, so...
I don't know, let's find out, but... all right, so go ahead and just roll me your social and your animal ken with, of course, your profession with horsies. Horsey, horsey.
Horse.
You're playing with this too much. You're having too much fun over there.
Did you like that music? Like the...
Yeah, that was really proud of that one. I'm trying to like stick to vampire. Ooh, I'm trying to stick to vampire songs so we don't get in trouble.
Ooh.
7.
Oh wow.
Smashing.
That's 4 or 5. Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, Calamity. As soon as you get back, you feel. Well, you know what? I don't know how you feel after that, but Calamity doesn't seem to really care much. It's just another day, and is just going to run, charge, and kill anything that moves around in the brush. It's just going to attack. It's gonna, of course, as always, you see that when it just stomps, it likes to mess with it sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, it's very quick. Just stab its sharp hoof right into it. Other times it's slower, or it actually will stop for a bit and just play with it. Listen to the poor creature. Done this before. As you try not to let it bother you, and you feel something within you as you watch Calamity just stomp and torment. Something in you, it really looks so really fun, actually. Really fun. Really fun. I need you to do me a favor, please. I need you to roll me against a frenzy.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew
You wanted to give the horse some exercise.
Right, and I'll get
It's
that
better
roll.
it gets the exercise in the woods rather than the red number 5.
I think for you it's 2, if I'm not mistaken, for your humanity. So it'll be your willpower plus 2, because it's your humanity 1/3.
It was 7. It was 7.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, actually.
Oh my goodness!
That's
Here we
still
go.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, you feel as your beast just pushes. Once again, you and your beast, you've had not control over it, man, every vampire wishes, but at least you had an understanding. You knew the triggers, and it was nothing, obviously, fire, being hungry, never just sadistic acts like this one, as you have to rein yourself in, suppress it, and you feel irritation at yourself for even doing it. Ugh, and it feels like you don't even really remember who you were. I mean, you know that you love animals. You know that's one of the things that makes you you. And so just to get such enjoyment from watching these creatures just tormented, it hurts. But you hold strong, as Calamity is just going to mess around, not really paying you too much mind. After about an hour, you can head back. My question for you is, how would you like to head back? Do you want to shortcut it, teleport? It's up to you. Or are you going to just ride him back?
How far? I wouldn't even know how far away I am, would I?
Probably about an hour ride from here. Well, okay, a little bit less because Calamity's so fast, but about.
I think she's gonna call ahead and say, "Hey, I can't teleport back right now."
Who you want to call?
I call it
Ghostbusters.
Theo.
Okay. Theo, your cellular modular device, your cell phone is going to begin ringing.
I'm going to try to. Thank you. I literally just had a ice cold fresh energy drink delivered to me.
That's nice.
Apparently, he realizes this might be a longer session. Didn't tell him that. He just said, "Hey, here you go."
That's so nice.
So, that said, I will try to answer the call without accidentally hanging up.
I gave you a rundown.
Yeah, you gave me a rundown, but that doesn't mean that I have user confidence because I haven't gotten that many phone calls. I haven't used it frequently enough. I know how to go and search for things, but actually receiving a call, I think everybody that's been like new to a phone at some point has opened it up, tried to pick up a call, and accidentally hanged up by mistake. So
my mom still does that.
I like when you accidentally press the SOS button.
Oof.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you answer the call. You have edict memory. So once you see something and you remember, and once you hear something and it's all right, swipe it to green. Green means go. Seems easy enough to remember as you just hold it.
And I'm assuming that because this is a number that's called me before I recognize it, because someone told me not to answer calls that I don't recognize the number.
I mean, it's up to you. If you would have put Lynn's number in there, I don't see why.
Oh
you
yeah.
wouldn't have.
Oh no, absolutely put.
Well, it
Lynn's
was
number in
originally
there.
my number, and that became Lynn's number.
Yeah. So.
So I might think it's Crowley that's calling me right now.
Oh, hey,
So
you know,
lazy.
I mean, Rune. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I'll answer it. Yes. Is everything all right?
I don't think it would be wise for me to teleport back right now.
Did something happen?
I'm seeing really weird stuff when I teleport.
Do you think it's a side effect of what happened at the farm?
Well, seeing as it only started happening after the farm, probably
How far out are you?
about an hour, maybe less.
Do you think you can get through town with the horse without causing a commotion? Do we need to get in the truck, attach the trailer, and come get you?
Is there a river close by, Catherine, that might lead to the one that they're next to?
Maybe. I don't know how good your geography is. You could try to roll, but
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's either that or actually go ahead and figure out how Google Maps works.
right. Yeah.
On
So-
a flip phone, no, that's not happening.
right. It's a flip.
No,
phone.
it still exists on flip phones this year. I mean, it's
Let's
2018, so it just wouldn't be anything special.
well, let me check on
Very-
this and see if there's Google. Well,
What exactly would I roll for geography?
I can see. I mean, I don't know if you've got
I'm
academics or
a-
I
anything
have
like
no academics.
that.
Yeah, it would definitely be a mental, I think.
Um,
Awareness and wits?
There's a survival button. Or
I was gonna say probably survival would be the best.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, academics if you had geography, but survival now just trying to figure it out in the moment.
So survival and mental then?
Definitely a mental. Yeah. Oh, you do have survival. There you go.
I have one, yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
Hey, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so finding sources of water is not a problem. You know the lake. Yeah, it's based on depth. You know the lake that Calamity always uses to come in on the southern side. It's basically where countryside is. So
Thank you, Adderworks, for throwing the rainbow unicorns in my chat in response to everything that's going on. Of course, we need more rainbow unicorns when we have a demon horse.
I can
we're
get
trying to
blackjack.
control.
Unicorn getting on rainbows.
Okay.
Unicorn.
there is a river. It's a little bit further south. That you can start following towards as soon as you get towards the southern border of countryside, as you get past the usual lake that he uses. Yeah, it's actually, it'll probably take you, you only have to get across a busy highway to get to it, but there's one.
One ghost sighting beside. Yeah, she's gonna try and head for that river and hopefully be able to just stay underneath the water until she reaches her house.
Okie dokie. Well, Lynn's gonna try to make it on her own. Everyone hold your breaths.
I do apologize, good doctor, for the additional delay. But this also, while we're waiting for Lynn to return, does bring up something that I wish to discuss with you. Seeing that you are able to help us guide these wayward souls with whatever special type of ability you have, Lynn said on the phone that ever since the incident at the farm, she's starting to see things when she travels with the well, Calamity. And those are images that are strong enough that's causing her to pause from using that ability. Does that special talent of yours, I know you can't help me because we tried that and you ended up injuring yourself. And I do again apologize for that. But do you think that there's any way you could help?
Not yet.
Is there any way that you think you could help Lynn?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Some good advice. Step one, probably get away from the evil horse. It seems to be having adverse effects on her. I don't mean that as in like a joking way, but I mean she should really get away from that horse. It's having adverse effects on her, clearly.
Okay, well, how would you advise doing that without destroying the animal?
Well, from what Mr. Beckett said about the animal, the only real reason it's doing anything with Lynn is because she's giving it what it wants. From what he said, some greater force known as the worms control it, and it does not listen or care for her at all. It's doing whatever the higher other things want.
So
he said a lot of words very fast, and I didn't quite catch
all. So what you're presuming is we just eliminate the worms altogether. I think that might be.
I don't think that's. Again, I don't know if that's a code or possible. A general like name for a group or organization.
You see where I'm running into a wall here. What can we do with what we have on hand now?
Our guess is as good as mine.
Maybe that's something that we should go ahead and focus on. Because I know that you have talents, Doctor. That is plain for any of us to see. I just don't know the scopes or limits of those talents. And therefore, if you can make wraiths just disappear and help them find absolution, if you will, and you have said multiple times that you are an angel.
Well, I tell you, there's more to it than that. I can't just touch someone and cure them. There has to be, and forgive me for saying this, a want to be helped. She's very punchy. I don't think she wants my help very much. Even if I could help her, she would want my help.
This is why I'm saying this now. If she is suffering horrific visions whenever she uses the transportation method, that might be enough for her to want help.
All right, quick question. Did she mention what was actually, she just said that was acting funny. Did she say it was horrific vision?
Did I overstep?
I don't know if she mentioned the symptoms too. I just want to make sure before we...
I didn't mention exactly what I was seeing. I was just seeing really weird things.
Okay, so you did say that you were seeing weird things. Perfect.
She was seeing weird things.
Gotta make sure we got proper symptoms.
Yeah, exactly. She's seeing weird things, and if it's enough to pause her want to use the ability and find an alternate route to come back slowly, that means that she's incredibly hesitant. So I assume that meant something truly troubling. So again, I was making a leap in logic there, but
well, I'm going to tell you with what we have on hand, if we are going to be making this a permanent place of residence, at least one we're going to be in for a while, I tell you that my specialty is pathology. I am a blood doctor. Clearly, with what happened at the farm, Lynn has been affected with blood, so I don't think it would be a bad idea to take a blood sample and continue the work I was working on before all of this started.
And having a sample of a canite's blood on file at a hospital would be good.
Oh, because no, it wouldn't be done at a hospital. I would need my own lab, of course. I would need equipment of my own.
So what you're saying is we would go ahead and, since as you made a deal about how Rune and Lynn are going out and doing jobs that are bringing money in, we would have to ask them maybe to share some of that money to set you up, or would you be able to get funds for yourself to set up a laboratory here?
I mean, I may have to ask them if they know how to make it seem not so suspicious that I'm buying these things, but I should have more than enough funds to acquire at least the basic things I need.
Out to the black market, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but I don't think I can use
There
my
won't be
credit card
traceable.
for that. But I don't know.
You won't
I've
need
never
to
shopped on the
use
black
your
for a
market.
reason.
Yeah. Go to an ATM, pull money off the card.
$100,000.
That's why
Yes, Mr. ATM, I need $200,000, please.
Yeah, sadly,
Non-suspicious things.
sadly, most ATMs have a $750 limit.
Well, there's a lot of ATMs in Chicago.
I'm pretty sure that might just ping off a bank 1 or 2 or 12 times.
Yeah, you'd be getting phone calls. You would be getting phone calls quick. The first transaction might go through, but everyone after that. But regardless of that, when we go ahead and get some more space, if we figure out how to open up some space here, we get you set up with a laboratory. You can go ahead and we'll ask Lynn if she would be okay if we try to seek out a way to lessen whatever is affecting her, if she'd be willing to go ahead and let you study her blood. And if we get her consent, then we get this set up, because the more we learn here, the more we understand, the more tools we'll have available to seek out the best course of action.
Oh, of course. As I said when this all started, the only way I can help Miss Lynn is if she lets me. So
I understand that. And I think that, as you put it, her symptoms might be troubling enough for her to acquiesce to your assistance. I will just have to ask her really nicely, because if I think it's me asking, it might work better than you asking.
no, she helped me get into a window the other night.
Yes, doctor, but please take this in the best light.
No.
You have the bedside manner of a researcher.
I'm not at that. This makes sense to me.
I yell from the other room, it means your shit.
See, this is my point. Rune asking, he has no verbal cushion. It's like having a bat ask someone a favor. Harsh, but to the point.
I'll let him know that I understand. In my line of work, I'm often the bearer of bad news. I do not sugarcoat things.
Yes, and I think that maybe if I ask in a way that makes sense to Lynn, maybe she will agree, and we can look for a solution. And I still think, though, the pariah individual might be able to give us more information outside of maybe what is discoverable. Maybe give us an idea in the best way to look as well to deal with this blood taint or whatever it's called.
Well, excellent.
There we go. Constructive talking while we're waiting for Lynn to get here.
Right.
It's not like I have much of a choice.
Okay, Lynn. So you're going to stick to the river and use that to get all the way, because where you're heading towards, you can just get to where the docks are and, slip your way in pretty easily. It's just getting across this highway. Now, you know what? You're right. Might be a Phantom Ghost story, but you wait for just a time where at least there's a break as you charge through. So if anyone did see something, it would probably just be nothing but a blur, especially in this dark.
Black blur.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many street lamps, so yeah. You're not too concerned as you wait for a break. Now, you get to the river. You get to the river, as you start walking, it's probably about 2 minutes of riding Calamity as it's trotting through it, not going at full speeds, still trotting, slows down a bit, now just in a sense of a gallop. And you see the sigil. I mean, you can't really tell it. It's not until that it glows. It looks like a dagger with a spiral green, toxic, nauseous. Actually, it's not really nauseous. It feels surprisingly good. It's different than how it was. you feel it feels after when you feed on somebody. That feeling after of just that slight release. That's what you're experiencing, and it lasts much longer than it is for a normal feeding. And you don't notice much else of a difference as Calamity's going to travel through the river. That glow remains for the entirety of the trip. And we'll finally pick up speeds once more, turning more into a swim than a run. And if you want, you can, feeling around. It still feels like, Calamity's of the same shape, didn't change. But it moves just so unnaturally, as if it does have fins, though Calamity doesn't. And you make your way through the docks. It's late at night. Not really anyone working at this point. And you make your way back. Seen, hopefully not. Time will tell. But finally, Lynn makes her way back to all of you. Drenched beyond drenched. And this time, unfortunately, if you didn't take anything out of your pockets, well, this is regular water. It's going to ruin that, so, yeah.
Oh, that poor phone.
Oh, no.
She wouldn't have thought about it.
Probably not.
So used to the water being a non-issue that this is the one time where we're gonna have to go ahead and plop in a container of rice and drop a phone in it and hope it saves it.
But, I mean, when Calamity gets out of the water, that sigil disappears, backed in just black. But you are back. I don't know if you want to leave Calamity here now. It's up to you guys. Lynn looks drenched and maybe not so happy. But at least, you know what? You're not hungry.
Lynn?
Yeah?
Do you need a towel?
Oh, we don't. I'm used to
We don't have a towel.
We don't have towels, Theo. Not
I'm sure we would have.
I can get my spare clothes that are soaked in booze if that's what you want.
I'm assuming with us being here for a week, we would have gotten some basic sundries. We don't have a single towel.
We got a roll of paper towels.
And or the roll of paper towels.
kind of wiping off some parts. But, her shirt is going to be wet. The paper towels aren't going to change that. So,
sorry.
either.
But if you have a moment, what happened? And I'm going to pull her aside so she has some semblance of privacy.
I'm going to go sit with Rune and ask how he's doing. He seems rather agitable these last few days.
What do you mean exactly?
You said you couldn't get back. You felt something was going wrong.
Ever since I took that blood, I've been having weird visions and feelings, hearing things while teleporting. It's unnerving.
Okay. I have an idea. Now, I know that you're probably not going to like this idea straight off the cuff. But with what Beckett said and the fact that these issues aren't going away with time, the doctor may be setting up, since she was professionally trained as a pathologist, she seems to be the type of person that would be able to study blood. And this all started when you took in some of that blood from that individual on the ranch.
Right.
Would you be willing, if we got a lab set up here where your blood would never leave this building without us knowing about it, hopefully, getting a sample of your blood, at least so the doctor could take a look at it, maybe we could sort something out, find maybe some way to purge this influence from you, make it so you go back to before. I can't make any promises, but I want us to try to pursue every angle we can. I know that probably our best bet will still be finding this pariah individual, but I would be a fool if we ignored an obvious tool that's already in our toolbox in the meantime.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna really.
It might
reveal
not.
Anything,
It might not. But it's better
I
than
have a feeling this
doing
is more
nothing.
mystical than science.
And that's why I'll be hitting the books to try to see if I can go ahead and find anything out on my end. But it's better to pursue all avenues than to ignore one and find out later when it's too late that that was the best avenue.
Fair enough.
So, to be very clear, are you willing to let the doctor study you within the hopes of helping you? This does mean that she's probably going to want to ask you a ton of questions, and you're going to have to sadly grin and bear it. You know what she's like.
Can I have some gin while I do it?
I don't have a problem with that, but you'll have to talk to the doctor because I don't know how she's going to feel about her patient drinking. But I have a feeling that
anyway.
Yeah. I don't know if it's possible, but you would probably have to find someone. Well, could you order something off the black market with someone that had drank a lot of gin before donating? Would that work?
Cat's nodding yes, so I guess so.
So
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can find blood that has, maybe someone
flavored
who's smoking
bags.
marijuana, flavored bags, basically.
so
Alright,
if
with like some of the little champagne in it then.
So
There
if
you
you
go.
want to go ahead and give yourself pick up some stuff on the black market that's got a little bit more oomph to it to go ahead and be able to deal with the doctor's questions. But just I'm assuming that she would prefer when she takes the blood sample, you not be under the influence of anything more than what you're already having to deal with, because probably would just make more work for her. So when she takes the blood sample, just use normal blood bags. But any other time, you do you, girl.
Right.
Get the
All right.
blood sample. As soon as that's over, grab the drink bag and just.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm ready for your questions, Doc. do you- Do you actually have questions for Crowley, or are you just being a shitlord?
I was being a shitlord.
I'd figured as much, yeah. Okay. Have to make sure. All right.
So after the conversation with Lynn. All right, folks, we ready to go?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and nod and head towards the truck.
At which point, as we are
Box.
walking out, I will go ahead and let the doctor know. It looks like we have permission. So what we need to do to set up that laboratory, we should probably get on that as soon as possible. Go easy on her. She's still not, I want to say, 100% sure that this will lead to anywhere that's actually useful. But every tool in our toolbox should be looking into this.
Oh, I'm not.
And I would be, again, unwise to ignore your talents.
Well, I thank you for playing the negotiator, and I hope that whatever unfortunate symptoms she is experiencing will put the initiative to make more healthy choices for her lifestyle.
And don't rag on her about getting rid of the horse too much. I know that you have your strong beliefs when it comes to the animal. You know that I sit as a very neutral party in that. But even I could admit that if she is seeing things that are that disturbing for her, that at some point I will have to start agreeing that maybe it would be best if we find a way to not euthanize, but rather.
Well, I will let you know that with my conversation with Mr. Beckett, the few things I asked about the horse to see if maybe he knew some
Was
information.
that in the notes? I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I'll say that he mentioned that it is a being of toxicity. And
that would explain the radiation at the beach, wouldn't it?
I'll nod, and I'll say that I'm worried that if every time it enters water, it may start spreading this toxicity. So I don't know if it's going. Swimming is really a great thing. No, it is. Don't have a Geiger counter.
Hey, Lynn, you said you used the river on your way back. Did you guys enter the water at all?
That's how we stayed. I stayed underneath the water, so I wasn't noticed.
Okay. Doctor, let's, along the river that she came in on, let's go ahead and watch for any reports. Because if your assumption is true, and it being in water could actively trigger the effect that we saw at the beach, there would clearly be reports of people along the path of the river maybe feeling nauseous or sick last night.
I say potentially. It may not hurt to look for if there was a large influx of dying fish or strange wildlife. Excuse me. I'll ask Lynn if she doesn't mind, of course. I'll ask if when she and Calamity were in the water, she noticed anything different or strange, any new effects or feelings, nausea, anything along those lines.
Nothing like that.
Okay. Well, I will let you know that if you do feel any strange sicknesses or anything along those lines, to just go ahead and let us know so we can start looking into it.
All right, I will slap them both on their shoulder and said, in the great words of the Chicago Strangler, enough talk. Red number 5.
Oh, you keep bringing up the Chicago Strangler.
Because he's living in my fucking apartment. What do you think?
And apparently
right.
dating Amala's sister.
Fiancéed to my sister, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming that your sister has always been the black sheep of the family.
Very much so.
My sympathies, I guess. Was that the right word? I think.
Close enough.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah. Well, I mean, condolences from a vampire, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You hear the truck start up outside.
All right. Well, Calamities will stay here.
Will
And
it?
not
Yeah,
Pause.
she's locking him inside.
any
Don't-
problems.
Let's go and make sure that there's a treat for Calamity inside to keep her.
A
It-
nice
busy.
cigar
Yep.
Yeah.
Since those seem to last
that
longer.
Rune left out.
Mm. All right.
No, I only have so many of those.
Oh,
Yep.
and Taylor, don't think I didn't see all those wonderful, pretty ponies popping up in my chat a while ago.
Just for no reason at all, I would like to make sure that the library is closed before we.
Oh yeah, no reason at all.
Yeah. Well, considering it is a secret passage that's triggered by me moving a chair, it seemed when we originally came through, I will then, of course, move the chair again and see if the door reseals.
No,
Yeah, I'm keeping the bike parts
Doesn't
down there
have
as
a-
well.
of course. Eats your.
Okay.
Oh, that would be mean.
Yeah, no, it's permanently sealed open now. There's a special secret lever that you have to press to go ahead and get it to reseal. Good luck finding that out.
I mean, you can just push it closed. You'll have to figure out how to open it again. It's up to you, but at least you can get the library shut and closed. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Oh,
No?
Taylor, what did you do?
I hit
Disappeared.
N.
Okay,
All right.
sounds like it's party time.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to say that Theo is going to try to go ahead and act like he is not agitated by this meeting, but he still has the same reservations about Bennett that he has stated multiple times.
Did my stamp survive?
It's been a week, mate.
Yeah,
It's been
probably
5
not.
days.
You also water teleported, so.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I
Yeah,
did
you
not.
did.
Oh, wait. No, you went by truck.
Yeah,
That's
I went by
right.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a whole argument about it.
Yeah. No, I would say it was a debate, but yes.
But you guys know it. You love it. I mean, the red lights give it away. There is a line that wraps around the building with 2 bouncers up front, male, female, dressed the same, even their appearance the same. Ooh, hiccup, excuse me. Of course, they have sunglasses on at night. You guys gonna wait in line? Because this will probably take a long time.
I think that I will once again, as I approached last time, only, of course, last time I walked up, it was like we're expected inside, and that's because I knew the conductor's inside. But this time, knowing that who runs the place, I will simply walk up and say, "We're here to meet with Bennett."
You should use his fancier name.
Oh, his fancier name. What was his fancier name?
I'd have to look at the notes.
See, if you have a name that he would be referred to, this would be information that you provide.
Well, you were there.
Was I?
Yes.
God dang it.
Your fancy memory should be working.
His fancy name should be like Mr. Benjamin or something. I forgot what it was.
He said you can call him Mr. Stedman.
Stedman, that's the one.
No.
Stedman, Benjamin, that's kind of cool.
Okay, then we're here to see Mr. Stedman.
Tell you in the back of the line.
I'm already in line.
Well, I'll let him know what caused the delay, and then I'll go ahead and start walking towards the back of the line.
A woman pushes her way to the front, and I would say one person would actually at least recognize the attire. Lynn was the only one the last time that actually noticed. She's dressed like the 19, like a flapper.
Got the flapper.
Oh.
Let me. Oh, it's on the side. Oh, this government I got.
That was the only person that she had any.
Yeah, it's probably the best interaction that you've had with anybody in the game that isn't been us, considering, right?
Well, this woman is strikingly beautiful. She has alabaster skin and high cheekbones, framed within a straight, short, bobbed black hair that, as I said, speaks of 1920s, the Art Deco decadence. And yeah, her makeup is smeared, looks a little sloppy, but it has that like purposeful sloppiness to it.
Kind of the grunge look.
Yeah, and you can tell that, I mean, she has piercings, jewelry, dressed to the galore.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh, Dominique, there with me."
Who is she referring to when she says that?
Gentleman that was talking to you. He just gives a nod as he opens up the door and I guess lets you guys on through. And she just tells you to come.
Okay.
I will not turn down the lady's invitation, of course. At which point I will say, thank you so very much. I do appreciate it.
Oh no, we'll all just get in the back of the line.
You guys gonna wait?
No.
You know what? Nah, I'll pass. I'll wait.
Uh-huh.
She says that she saw you the last time that you were here. You caught my interest.
Who is she looking at when she said that?
All of you, it seems. The group of you.
Really? Oh boy.
Oh.
There you go. I was like, I actually have it ready.
Oh wow.
But no, it seems like she's talking to the group of you. And she will say, as you guys go...
Running a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's very sloppy. But she is going to draw her attention to you, Doctor. As she says that you must be the sister.
I will nod.
I have heard so many things about you. Not all of it very good.
Well, I'll go ahead and smile and say that my sister and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but I only want what is best for her, of course.
She asked if you would care to dance.
I say that is what you do at these kinds of places, is it not?
She says that I have seen such terrible things that you wouldn't believe. Things I should not have survived. So how can you deny the little pleasures?
It's a very interesting philosophy.
I will say that is a very interesting way to go about it, and I like that philosophy. If you've seen many horrible things, you have to take joy in the pleasures you can find.
So she's going to make her way to the dance floor. It seems, she's here to party. That really is what she's here to do. You can go with her if you want, but she's just going to push her way through the crowd to get into the dance floor. Now, your attention, however, sweet doctor, will probably be drawn to somewhere else. You know.
Is my sister dancing? Gross.
Yes. Your sister is where the DJ is. She's up there. She is dressed almost in clothes. I mean, she
Almost
has
in clothes.
Yeah, she has like the tie around that's just like, I mean, her whole midriff, everything. It looks like her cleavage is about to pop out any second now. Now, the thing is, and all of you will take note to this woman up here. Most of you will recognize her. It's just, as she's dancing, draws all your attention. I mean, she looks like art. Her skin is creamy mocha. Her hair is clean, kept. She looks just soft. You all have just, you would really like just to get closer. And now, I mean, Amala, yeah, your sister's pretty, of course. She's always a cutie patootie. This is strange. Just something about it just draws you to her now, which you've never experienced before.
Can I look away?
Yeah, you can look away.
Alright.
Can I draw it instead of going closer?
You want to draw?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like sit towards one of the bars and just kind of sketch.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let my friends know that I'm gonna go have a secret agent talk with that lady on the dance floor. At least I think that's what's happening. And I will be back shortly.
Have fun.
Understood. Rune?
1 second. Your mic. Okay, now try again.
Rune?
Ah. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and power cycle my mic real quick. If it's doing
No,
this.
you're good. You're good now.
Dancing like a... so bad.
Testing. 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am sorry. I swear.
No,
Anyways,
it's not intentional.
so Rune,
Yes, sir.
we have one compatriot off to draw in the corner. We have one going out to dance on the dance floor. It's just us, and my talk of unity seems to have been distracted by an alluring dancer. So, do we stay here and just dance until Mr. Stedman presents himself, or do the two of us go have a word with him?
Well, we'll be presented to Mr. Stedman, I feel. Let's wait for the doctor to... Imagine afterwards the sister will see her eventually.
So we are staying here.
Oh, if you
For a
want
while,
to dance,
then.
dance. I might see if I can overhear anything, you know.
I don't get the sense that I'm used to dancing.
You
At
want
which
me to
point,
teach you?
like, literally,
Anyone can dance.
yeah, but this is Theo. He's so intellectual, he feels like he's the type of person, probably more of a wallflower.
I haven't
than a
read
dancer.
that book.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Can't remember.
We have a side conversation going on?
I forgot.
Can Lynn dance?
Lynn's got 2 in performance.
Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
But she's great square dancing.
Square dancing.
So yeah, she does that square dancing. She loves.
Okay,
That's
so
This
Some-
isn't her style.
Well,
best that Theo will, since this is the only option, he will attempt to dance. But since he does not have any real skill in it, I guess that it'll be more of, athletics and dexterity.
No, I think you peeking your fucking microphone like crashed my OBS. Hold on. Oh, it went back.
Okay.
That's making me nervous there.
Why is it that it's nothing on my end is showing that I'm peaking?
No, it's
think-
when you did it like a minute ago.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, Theo is going to attempt to dance.
all right.
All right. Well, since we are here, I'm gonna use 3 of my XP. I'm gonna level up subterfuge
A.
this time.
All right.
All right. I have like
Oh.
1 now.
All right. Well, Doctor, as you push yourself in there, as you take the initiative, I mean, she's dancing. Not quite like your sister. No, her dance is a lot more clean, graceful, not really meant to show her gibblies. In fact, you notice something about her dancing. I hope I'm saying this right. I think I do have a pronunciation. She has, and I had to look it up. She wears a cilice around each of her thighs, which is like a sparked garter. Very like old-timey, like a hair skirt. But she has them both wrapped around her thighs, and you notice that when she dances, that cannot be comfortable. In fact, it would probably even be painful. But it doesn't seem to dissuade her as she's dancing. And a lot of people in the crowd just immediately recognize her as, they seem excited by her presence, actually. A little bit more excited than you'd expect. She's definitely no stranger.
Well, if she knows the last time we were here, that means she's been here multiple times since then to note that we're not here. I have a sneaking suspicion she's here a lot. Hold on. Can I roll I guess a mental and awareness to see if anyone's taken note of our group coming in?
Yeah, absolutely.
One, two, three, 4 successes with 2 crits.
Dancing like a freak.
So, this place is packed. So you're not going to be able to get a full glimpse around the room, but you notice immediately as you dance through, unless you changed into an actual like party attire, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. But maybe it's not just that, as you see that is your sister who does take notice up on the stage. You do make that eye contact, and it's strange. She seems just so pretty tonight. Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah. But no one else that you notice right away is giving you guys much more attention.
Bueno. Alright. I'm gonna go see what this lady wanted to talk about. I think that's what we're doing. I don't think this is actually for dancing.
Do me a favor. I need you to roll for me an intelligence and a resolve, please.
One, two, three, 4 successes.
Okay.
It was 110, but it's only one.
Yeah. As she dances, I mean, she'll actually come in and dance with you. And now I'm not gonna assume with our dear sweet doctor here. I'll make no assumptions.
I'm real bad at dancing.
That's not the assumption I'm making. She's not really dancing with you, nor is she really dancing on you, but she is very close. And her eyes, she seems to be having a really good time. And her hands brush against you. And you feel yourself drawn towards her. I mean, her eyes just catch your attention. So it's not anything that, I mean, you're not losing yourself to her. She just, being so close to her has never felt so right. And that's why I'm not going to make any assumptions. This might be not a surprise to you, if you get what I'm saying. This might be very much of a surprise. I don't know with the doctor. I don't know her sexual preference, but...
Okay, then.
I hope it doesn't awaken anything in me.
Oh, Jesus fucking
But you're gonna catch on very quick that, no, this probably wasn't supposed to be a meeting, per se. What she said was spot on. She's just here to give in to her pleasures.
Neat. All right. So she doesn't want to talk.
She wants to
She
boogie.
really wants to talk.
Yeah. She wants to boogie. All right. Well,
And she's heard so many things about you from your sister.
yeah. Gross.
So what has your sister been telling about you, I wonder?
Probably that I'm a prude, which is correct. Let's see. Well,
Theo's
I will-
following your lead right now.
I think, understand where this situation is going in the doctor's mind, become very uncomfortable by it, and politely excuse myself.
That was the best answer. Alright, I mean, you feel
I
a
will
little...
thank her, let her know that I've caught my sister's attention, so I'm just gonna wait for her to be done where she can find me. Over there.
Yeah,
Do I
mean,
see the awkward hand signals that the doctor is giving off?
yeah, I mean, you can tell. Looks like she seems to be trying to get out of the situation, and it doesn't really seem to. I mean, doesn't seem to really offend the woman, as she just kind of dances on over. She's now coming towards you, Theo.
Oh boy. Well, we're here so
I'll give
primarily
him
so
a pat on the
that
back. Have at it, good guy. Let's go.
go where?
A woman cometh, Melt. I mean, Theo.
Aha! Aha!
Oh, Jesus.
did it, Melt
I finally did it. It happened.
Hey, you know, with the amount of times
Finally
I've slipped, you know, don't feel bad. Like,
Melt, when you power cycled your mic, I think it kind of got a bit louder. Could you, like, a little bit? Is that possible? Just kind of
My
sound
sister
blast in my
needs
ears.
me.
yeah.
I genuinely wasn't sure what your character's sexual orientation was, so I thought you might have, I don't know. You're probably asexual, is what I'm
pretty
getting.
non-existent.
Exactly.
It was
Is that any
out
better?
of me.
Perfect.
Okay. I think I know why my mic's been occasionally peaking as well.
Oh,
I don't talk for long periods of time, and Zoom,
Ah.
I had it to auto adjust my volume. So then when
Oh.
I do talk,
that makes so much
It's-
sense now.
it's been because I will sit for a long period of time and not say anything because you all deserve your times to talk.
Yeah, because I said
And
I never heard it on Discord. I only heard it on Zoom.
So now I've reduced it and I turned auto adjust off.
That's fantastic.
Yay!
Yay! So apparently the Zoom sound effects will stop for you guys.
There you go.
Anyways,
But yeah, I mean, her attention is drawn towards you. She's dancing over, and like I said, she just danced very gracefully, supernatural. Honestly, she's much better at this than you are.
and I'm sure it shows, and I will let her own the dance floor. But the whole vibe she's putting down, I don't know if Thea would pick up on it. Because
That's why I gave you the pat on the back.
yeah, my point is,
That
I'm
doesn't
pretty sure with his very limited social stats that it is still like he doesn't understand what there is to gain.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders. I'm gonna lead him in. I'm gonna dance with him.
I'm still dancing. I don't know, but I don't think he's picking up on the social cues. He's still dancing. This is so the good doctor can meet with her sister more than anything else. So I'm letting them have the time that they need. The whole point is to placate the doctor.
Can I try and push both of them like into another room, like both of the sisters, just like grab one and grab the other and push them?
Oh, isn't the one still dancing up above?
Yeah, one's up on the stage.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think, now hold on. If Lynn even thinks about attempting that, I'm stopping that.
We're like, okay.
I thought you were drawing anyways.
Yeah, Miss took
but
2
now it's reached
hours
the
on
point
a
where it's
horse.
like-
Come on, give me 15 minutes.
This polar.
We have been laying low for a while. Forcing and rushing the situation is not going to make things better.
Okay.
But what if it does?
Shush.
What if Lynn did something to try and gain attention so that her sister could talk to her finally?
Yeah, they already made eye contact. Short of you freaking assaulting someone on a dance floor, which is going to get the bouncers to kick you out, there's really not much you can do.
I
You
can't
just gotta
do a tap dance battle?
A tap dance battle.
Dance battle. That's fine.
Yeah,
Don't
you
care.
can try. People will admire your mad tap dancing skills. But I don't think with everybody else doing their own thing dancing and probably half this place being drugged out of their minds and the other running high on whatever's mixing in the air in here that makes everybody look pretty.
Dancing shoes.
I don't think anybody's going to notice one person tap dancing over everything else that's going on right now.
I wanted to use my 2 performance, but fine.
Go ahead and use your 2 performance. Do you? But I mean, you do what you want to do. You want to tap dance across the dance floor? Maybe it'll be awesome. Go for it. No?
Yeah, the moment's passed. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I
You,
killed the moment.
you're going up to. I mean, you just push out of this situation. You did that. Let's not think about that. But I mean, you make your way towards the DJ, and I mean, your sister's gonna have her hand out for you to join her. Her smile is very. I mean, she knows she's being a shitty sister. She knows what she's doing.
I'm not gonna let her win. I'm not a fuddy-duddy like she says. I will take her hand.
Do we see this?
Oh, they're bonding.
No, there we go.
She is going to ask if you really had to come in that.
I'll tell her I haven't
She's
had
gonna
a
try to
chance.
take off your
Just a
your,
hand slap.
your hijab, yeah.
I will tell her that I haven't had time to wash the one dress that I borrowed.
She tells you that you have very pretty hair. She says you should let it out. Put your hair down.
I let her know that maybe the next time I dress up to come out. Tell her I wasn't really in the putting my hair
Well,
down.
she's going to put her hand out to show you something.
What's she showing me?
She's showing her hand that has a beautiful ring on it. I don't know how much you know about jewelry, but I mean, it's obviously an engagement ring that has a nice, solid rock.
Excellent.
Did you
That
steal it?
you can't steal from a body. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you can.
You
No,
rob from a body.
I believe they do refer to it as grave robbing. Yes.
Dancing like a freak.
I believe robbing and stealing are two distinctly different classifications of the same thing, but fair
Well,
point.
I mean,
Splitting hairs at that point.
She tells you that unfortunately he's out working, but she says she's excited when we actually have a family meal.
Well, boogieing with my 0 in performance. Tell her the ring looks very nice. I will investigate it because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to actually take a look at it. She'll let me.
Yeah, if you take a look at it, it's
I know nothing of jewelry, so I'm just I'm just faking it.
It looks like a genuine diamond. Really, I mean, you can't really tell by eye, but it has like the major rock with others around it. It looks very expensive. So,
Any inscriptions or notable workings, like on the off chance if I tried to search for this specific ring to see if it belonged to an actual one person kind of deal, would this be something that would be
find
any
out later the
distinguishing
corpse
features?
that's being donated to the freaking school
No,
is the original
it's like-
owner.
I know she's technically all enamored with a guy who strangles people. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, no.
Where
I
did-
mean, exactly. The corpse that got donated was strangled and had the
so
ring on
she'll
them.
take off. She'll take off the ring if you're actually that interested and hand it to you. She's also going to take you off the. You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh,
She's
there's
going to
no
pull you
shame.
down. So if she's pulling you down, you take a look at the ring. Inside is the engraving that just says "To my princess."
He knows how to pick them.
Yeah, he does. All right. Well, we'll get off the stage with my sister and pass the ring back to her.
She's gonna take you, actually, to a side room. That's where she's gonna take you, just to get you out. She seems to be a little embarrassed with how you're dressed. You won't even let your hair down. This ain't gonna work. So yeah, she's gonna pull you away. And there we go. That's perfect. So she's going to ask if you are thinking about staying. She tells you that there's really there's not many places that are actually protected by, laws. She recommends you stay. Safer than anywhere else you probably are.
I tell her very tempting offer, but I let her know that the place we're currently staying has a very interesting library I'd like to finish at least poking through before I would take you up on that.
Well, she asks why you're here, if you're not here to stay. She hopes you're not here to try to take her away, because, well, this is where she lives now.
Oh no, I tell her that it's hard to reach you by phone. I just wanted to come and check up on you. We haven't had time, especially last time, just sit down and talk about what everything that's been happening. You were missing for a while, and I was hoping you'd maybe just fill in that gap for me. I know, you're with your fiance, but some actual events, timelines, things I could bring back to our parents would be nice. Let them know that you're okay.
Well, she says that father can eat shit and die, in her opinion. But
That kind of woman.
she says that it's simple. She met her prince and everything changed. You remember she was sick. She learned that her blood was too thin, is what she was told. And her prince fixed her. Now she feels better than ever, and not only that, but she's better at what she does now. She's sure she can't really go out in the sun anymore, but she mostly slept during the day anyways. Nighttime is when all the fun is.
I'll ask as she learned more about her condition. It seems like you maybe have a better understanding or grasp of what was going on.
She says that all she knows is that her blood was too thin. Not really sure what that means, but I was sick, and he made me feel better. And now I do know that I have this, I guess, family now is the best way to put it. Malkavian. It's nice. It's actually a family that probably cares about me more than ours does.
I'll nod. I'll tell her that I'm glad that she found a family that accepts her for her entirety. I tell her that, of course, she will always be my family, and I will always love her, no matter what choices she makes. I'm glad that she seems to be doing, or at least feeling better with whatever this condition's effect was, and I let her know that I will continue to work on it and learn. So as I learn more, I will, of course, share it with you. I will thank her for this new information, though.
If you're gonna get any further in this life, you need to stop being such a prude. You're gonna have to indulge sometimes. Especially in the flesh. Definitely in the blood. So I recommend you, pull that stick out of your ass.
Well, I tell her that different people indulge in different ways. I let her know that I have found plenty of fun things to do over these last few nights and days, so she doesn't have to worry about me.
Yeah, she asked if any of it involved books, any of it involved research on a computer, stuff like that.
I tell her I visited a farm. That was fun.
Our last visit to the farm, is that what you're talking about? That what you're referring to? That was fun? I think someone needs a freaking dictionary to look up a definition of a word here.
Fun.
Fun and interesting are the same thing, right?
I'm gonna go have some fun and dance with the weird French lady.
Go.
Yeah. Well, perhaps my prince can help you. He can help you loosen up. That's what he did for me.
I'll let her know.
You get
I'll ask
pretty loose when you snap your
how he helped her. If he doesn't mind me asking, is there some medicine or treatment he was able to administer? I have seen that he has abilities, and I'm curious if these were used to help you.
All I remember is we laid together, and I've felt better since.
I don't think we need his help to loosen the doctor up. I'm afraid of what the doctor would be like if she was loosened up. That just
As I told you, he'll loosen you up.
I ask if what she's implying is he can make me more like her. If that's what she's asking.
Well, she's gonna tell you that you'll never be like her. You can try all you want. Learn how to dress, and maybe, but he can make you feel better. You're sick. Shows it's not your fault. But he can help you.
Well, I will let my sister know that I will have to get a second opinion from a medical professional on that particular opinion, but I'm willing to at least listen to what he has to say. I'm curious to, once again, what he can do, if he's willing to discuss it with me.
Well, mostly he takes care of problems. You know, people that see things that they're not supposed to, especially here. Cover that up. If that's what you mean, but I don't know. I just think that you're not strong enough yet. He told me that it takes very special people to be able to accomplish what I have. Most people whose blood is too thin just don't make it at all.
I will tell her that I'm very proud of her. I know that she struggled for a long time to really find a place that she felt she could call home, and I'm happy that you found that place. And I'm glad that this family is fostering what you enjoy to do.
You're doing what you always did. You're being rather condescending. You don't think I've actually achieved anything. You've always been like this.
I tell her that's not true at all. I tell her I understand she's achieved something. I tell her that I just don't understand what it is she achieved. And I do apologize. I tell her that I am quite proud of her. I just don't know how to gauge.
I achieved something that you will never achieve. And that's love.
Why not? I let her know that love was never really something I was on the lookout for. I tell her helping people is how I found my satisfaction, but everyone has their own ways. I tell her that through thorough research, I do believe it was due to our upbringing.
It's fair. You might have actually been able to get through school, be a big doctor that mom and dad want you to be, but just wait. Once I give them kids, they're gonna forget all about you. And I'll be the favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, someone's in for a really big wake-up call. Oh, sorry. Please continue.
I let her know that I don't know if she knows this, but I would be very excited to have a little niece or nephew to watch.
We'll have to make sure you don't ruin them with your books.
I'll tell her that a little bit of books won't hurt them.
Also, we need to get you a better outfit. You know, you can still be a doctor and not look like a... Trigger warning, this is really offensive, but I have to say it. And not look like a lesbian.
I let her know that I will definitely work on it. I do realize that going out and working clothes probably not the best way to go about it when coming to places like this, but I just haven't had time to hit the clothing stores lately. I might order something online.
How is it gonna get sent to you?
We're gonna set up a post office box. That's how it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
P.O. box, baby.
We'll probably piss off the local postal annex because every big package coming through, they're like, "We can't take these.
Yes, what motorcycle?
Come pick it up now."
Well, if you came here just to check up on me, I'm doing better. In fact, I think I'm doing better than you for once. I'm gonna live forever. My blood isn't thin like yours. I'm about to be happily married. You don't have to worry about me anymore. In fact, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh,
I love him very much. I think I love him more than I love dancing, partying, drinking. But I will admit, I really do love drinking.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell her that as long as she's my little sister, I'll always love her. So I'll always check up on her from time to time, make sure she's doing good, and if she needs that babysitter, here's my number.
You're always welcome here. You can tell them that you're here for me. Probably won't let them, won't encourage them to let you in any faster, but you can at least try. Who knows, maybe soon enough it'll actually hold some weight. I expect it does, especially once we have our wedding. I know Bennett really likes him. I don't see why I wouldn't at least get some of the respect that I deserve being his missus. After all, I think I'll ascend to queen at that point, right? No longer just a princess.
Well, and I say that as long as you are marrying a king, then you become a queen. As long as... I think that's how it works, yes?
She leans into you and she says that for now he's only a prince. For now.
I ask what he will have to do to ascend the throne.
Oh boy.
I think we're gonna have to kill the current prince. And I've learned a little bit about him. Haven't actually had to deal with him yet. I heard he's bad. Really bad. You know, sometimes I hear things. Things that you can't ignore. It's not that he himself is very powerful, it just seems like he has a lot of eyes. Eyes that watch, eyes that come in. Well, I think as long as he replaces that prince, he can finally be king. It shouldn't be that hard.
A very ambitious desire. I wish him the best of luck.
Well, she's going to tell you that you really just thoroughly ruined all her fun for tonight, so she always appreciates that. Always can count on you for that. You're just so bland. Boring, bland. I'm surprised you even have friends, I'll be honest.
I'll let her know it's a special talent of mine. And
You always just take it. You're like a punching bag.
I let her know that plenty of people think the same way, but I hope that with time, affection can worm its way through some of the cracks that people build up around their own hearts.
Right, yeah. Just let me know, like I said. We can help you. We can help you let go. And finally, you'll understand what this life means. What it can mean, what it will mean. I do love you. I do. I'm just excited to finally not be the failure for once.
I want to tell her that when we're both succeeding, neither of us are failures.
Well, she tells you while you remain stagnant, she will keep growing. And that's how she'll win. She tells you best of luck, big sis.
Oh,
I'll shake her hand.
I'll tell her best of luck.
She'll give you a hug. And you can tell it is like a tight hug. Somewhere, whatever's going on, she might still love you. But she's going to tell you to enjoy yourself. At least learn how to dance while you're here. She says you've got plenty of great examples, if not me. And she says who knows, and maybe if you practice enough, you'll actually be able to entertain people. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be something I'd like to see.
I tell her I'll work on my stand-up routine.
Good night, Ola.
I tell her to enjoy the rest of her working evening, and I will be around to see her from time to time.
I'll make sure you get an invitation to the wedding. I think it'll be on the beach.
I always do like a good beach wedding, I will admit.
Ooh, that drawing was not good.
And she's going to make her way off. She does look back at you. Kind of gives you like an up and down, just like, oh boy. And she leaves, going into the crowd.
Ooh.
She's a mess.
Yeah, your sister has, Malkavian delusions of grandeur to the utmost.
And now, how do we get to Bennett?
Do you want to do Bennett today, or are we gonna go ahead and just call it good here?
At least let me dance first.
Do what you want, dude. I've been just killing time, waiting for the good doctor to get done talking to her sis. Just being friendly on the dance floor with my non-existent dance skills.
Yeah, I mean, so did you actually want to? If you want, we can. It is 4 a.m. So
Oh yeah, dancing.
So-
Otherwise, I'll forget about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Finally
I
use
don't
awe.
think. I don't really know if you got performance dancing or anything,
No,
but
I
you
do
want
have
to use
performance.
awe?
Yeah,
Okay,
time for me to naturally learn how to use awe.
right. All right. Well, Theo, you're just doing it. You're watching people, like a lot of people do like a jump thing, and you're just kind of mimicking what you're seeing. Dancing doesn't seem to be, I mean,
It's not my thing.
Can
Yeah,
I
It
dance
isn't.
next to him to try and make him look better?
Yeah.
I'm dancing. Yes.
Nice.
And well, your friend, she's going to dance with you. And when more people comes in, she's just here to have a good time. You do notice that she gets very close to each of you. She does touch, graze. Definitely, once again, make no assumptions here. And she has just this presence about her that just makes it feel good to be close to her. I won't say that you'll have to roll me an intelligence resolve. I'm not really trying as hard as I tried with the doctor, so. No, she's just having a good time. It depends how far you folks get, how invested you get into this. I know you're trying to actually do some awe. And you guys will find yourself an actual like tight circle where Rune, I don't think you've experienced this before, but it seems like people are drawn to you. You know, you're dancing, not bad, but people are excited for you. They want to dance with you, watch you. You're just getting attention that you don't usually do so easily,
And
especially.
That's my cue. The second he's drawing their attention, I am just going to naturally disappear out of the crowd and use my wonderful skills to just disappear. Because if he's drawing their attention, that is the first great time for me to exit out of that. I'm like,
Sure hope there's no
Can you just
wolf
leave
pack or
Rune out
anyone
there?
he shouldn't be drawing the attention of.
I'll live a little, doctor.
even if there was Wolfpack, if they started shit inside the red number 5, I think Bennett would probably take a little offense.
Plus,
to
I don't
that.
have my like cowboy hat. I'm in the beanie and a hoodie.
He's
I
got
got I got my hair done. I'm looking fabulous.
Well, the woman does say to you that you are delicious. What is your name?
You may call me Rune.
Rune. Very exotic.
Just like your accent, if I may.
Oh, thank you. She's going to, dance around you, get a good look for you. She says that it would be a treat. Are you, should I say, experienced?
In what way?
A pleasure.
Oh, I know my way around.
She's going to draw close to you. Roll me
Oh no.
a intelligence and a resolve.
Oh no.
Hey, you caught my attention now.
Oh boy. Okay.
See, this is why Theo's backing off. He's just watching this from a distance.
Oh, my last
Yeah.
4d10 roll went well.
Yep, Lynn followed
She
right
just
after
wants a
it.
little nibble.
Okay.
Nom nom.
If we have to pull Rune's fanny out of the fire, we can.
Oh, I'm in another room.
I was not expecting to be seduced by a French
Look,
lady.
you guys.
Well, she wants to go ahead and get her fingers all up in that beard.
I just wanted to
Oh,
waste some
We got
time.
it when we need it.
Oh boy.
Now that you have it braided, it makes great handholds.
Yeah, I mean,
I
she.
hate this.
Oh, you feel like people are drawn to you, but it really draws quick where it's just you and her. She has her jewelry that's exotic, just her presence, everything about it. It just feels really good to be so close.
You have
And-
two vampires go ahead and giving awe off together simultaneously. The crowd has gotta be all gawking both of you.
I think I can smell that
Ecstasy, maybe. We don't
sanguine
even
in
know
the
what's going
air.
on.
Yeah.
Now, she's not going to take a bite if that's what you're about. She does draw you in. Of course, you know, she will play with you. You have a nice, like, braided beard, so. And she does, like, nibble, like hickey kind of esque, but it never actually. And the chills, it's. I don't want to get too graphic, but.
TOS. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'll ask Taylor. Okay, I was asking for permission to say this. He's saying it's okay. You know what edging is?
Oh yeah.
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 It feels like that. She hasn't actually taken a bite, but I won't say any more
He's
about
teasing
that.
him.
Doctor,
She's simply teasing him.
I can't get out of this situation.
Yeah.
Has the doctor finished up with her talk at this point?
Yes, absolutely. Our talk wasn't that long. But the doctor will make her back, so you'll easily get to Theo and Lynn first.
Did you say him or no? Like just pointing out towards.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I was to say, like Lynn's to say, should we save him or no? Just pointing to the room.
Well, I think that
Is he
he's a
having
big
good
boy.
time?
Oh.
Yeah. He's a big boy. If he wants out of that, that's up to him. I don't want to ruin his fun. But did you have a good talk with your sister?
Oh, we had a glorious talk. She's definitely in a strange place right now, but nothing outside of what I was expecting. We just, I suppose, got there a little faster than I would have thought.
Yeah. Any idea if you call her anymore, if she's going to pick up the phone?
No, but if I go to the front and use her name, it may not get me in faster, but she'll at least know by the time I get in.
Okay, so are you going to want to do like regular visits? Like,
I say occasionally. The place that she is in,
you don't think is healthy?
I believe we're going to have to talk to her fiance about certain things.
The fiance that we suspect is, yeah. Now, the fact that he's here and
But he's not at the moment.
No. The fact that he's here frequently.
Oh yes,
and I'm assuming.
Apparently, I think I figured out who he targets for the stranglings. Apparently,
Really?
the people who see too much here are people he cleans up after.
So basically, Bennett would be in the know then. It's his place, and if he's using
I would
him
say
as
that's a good assumption.
which means that if we want to talk to the fiance, we'll probably arrange a visit with him through Bennett. But the thing is, though, if we have a rough talk with the fiance, if it goes that route, Bennett will not be happy with us if he's relying on the man's talents.
From the last interaction we had with Bennett, he made it clear that the man is not in his employment, but works with him. So I do not believe he works under Bennett, but Bennett uses his services, yes.
Exactly, but if his services were suddenly unavailable, that would put Bennett possibly in a spot where he would need to find someone else to fill that role.
Well, I tell him that unfortunately, as I'm sure you know, my goal is to help this gentleman and my sister, so eventually I will be putting Mr. Bennett in that spot by taking this man's work away from him. It is my ambition, after all, to put an end to this.
I'm just saying that we need to make sure that we understand the consequences of any action before we act. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or that you should. I am just saying that we need to understand the fallout of any decision. Do you follow?
I tell you that I understand what you say, but with fresh we are to the scene, I don't believe we will fully ever understand the full effects of what we do. And I think you realize that, but we will do our best to project
I worry.
what will happen. I understand.
I worry because I fear for your safety as well as everybody else in our group.
Of course. Well, we will wait for the call from Mr. Bennett. If it takes a long time, maybe we will try to seek him out ourselves. He should know we're here by now after speaking with my sister. And if Rune is not over by then, we will see if he would like to come with us or stay with his new friend.
Well, I mean, we've all been living the, how shall I say this, celibate lifestyle for a while. Maybe he has wild oats that he needs to sow, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to deprive him of that if that's what he wants to do.
The pleasures of flesh, so to speak. Yes, this is definitely a place for something like that.
I'd rather be.
So if Rune shows any signs of stress.
No, the stress is just me. Rune's fine.
He looks great.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Rune's like having the best time of his life right now.
I hate this.
Afterwards, maybe not, but that's always how it goes.
So, yes. So I think that the three of us, Lynn, the doctor, and myself, will probably take up a booth somewhere. Lynn doing her drawing. Me and the doctor will probably be.
Oh, that drawing's terrible. She's throwing it away.
Well, you guys are going to a booth to wait.
Until either Bennett shows up or Crowley goes ahead and begs, or Rune begs to go ahead and leave.
Yeah. A woman does come over, hand all of you some menus, ask if there's anything that she can get you to drink.
Some earbuds, maybe? Just some plugs, maybe?
Earplugs? Oh, not a fan of music, huh? Oof.
Yeah, me either.
The poor DJ's heart.
But besides that, no one else bothers you as you watch. I mean, the dance floor is just chaos right now. It's really hard to keep track of Rune in there. But you can get glimpses through the crowd if you're trying to keep an eye on him. I don't really know if you want to watch. It's very PDA.
You know what? I'm only keeping an eye on it just to see if there's any panic symbols. If there's no panic signs coming off of Rune, I'm just gonna let him have a good time. Do his thing. At which point I will go and just pull out my phone and I will start scrolling through the ShrekNet to see if there's any new leads on any of the stuff that we've been actively researching in the library.
We'll make the comment that for him being the most reluctant one to come out here, he, of course, is having the most fun.
Yep.
Catherine.
Yeah.
Lynn's gonna try and draw what she saw the first teleportation.
Ooh. Baba Yagas.
Okay. All right.
Baba Yaga.
So,
Worst
what
hero.
exactly am I rolling for that? I know I'm drawing. There's 4 for drawing, but
I would say resolve, concentrate, focus, draw back on what it even was to sort through the nonsense.
so
Probably
7.
Hey, that's not bad. 5. Yeah, not bad.
That's 5.
Sometimes it's
6.
nice. Okay. You kind of get remember the columns and just random swirls and lines. It's just random shape that was on the floor. Covered all the columns except for one, if you remember correctly. There was something on the column. It was like a splatter of, hard to say. Obviously, you might want to be morbid and think blood, but it didn't seem so. And the claw, as you remember, and I'll copy that drawing down. Going through the ShrekNet, it is it's just nonsense. Like, you have to know where to look on this thing. But any, like, just, easy internet, no signs of anything going on, at least in the docs. I know you wanted to keep an eye on that. But on the things you've been researching, no, nothing new. No, nothing like that.
I'm going to look at.
There is one thing that will probably draw your attention. I think you have enough. Oh, definitely. There does seem to be a meme going around. Not necessarily going around, but that's being spread by one person. And the meme seems to just show I think it was a sunscreen if I'm not mistaken, but like the little girl that has her bathing suit that's getting like pulled by the dog, dog. Yeah. So it shows the dog is instead like, it looks like it's really bad, like shoddily made, but someone just put like, changed the color of it, made it a little bit bigger. You see like the little girl, the difference what you can tell in this picture with her, it looks like the little girl is holding something, a book, something, hard to say. Whatever that's supposed to mean, nonsense, but you catch that getting shared around. Yeah. Nothing else.
Lean over the doctor. Yeah, any idea what this might mean?
Dancing like a freak.
I'm not sure I understand these memes, but
Oh, the club suddenly stopped its music. Hooray! These plugs are working.
I'm gonna tell Theo the only thing this makes me think of is that thing he said earlier tonight about that fella in books. Because that girl's holding a book, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's all I got. Tell him that none of this makes sense to me. This is the sunscreen mascot, yes?
Yes, but I think people Photoshop, I think that's what they use, things on it to add a new message to it. I think that's how memes are supposed to work, right?
You should show it to, what's the dog's name? Crap.
Bubba.
Yeah, I'll tell you to show it to Bubba.
All right, I will go ahead and, assuming that in my mind, I'm thinking liking a meme is how it saves the meme to my phone. So I will like the meme so I can find it later. And then I'm like, okay, well, I will then go ahead and scroll up, and I will specifically search for on the ShrekNet decryption or language translation programs. Because we have all these books that we don't know what the keys are for them. If I can run one book from each section that has a specific crypt on it, if I could find a app or program or something that will help us decrypt them and translate them so they're easy to understand, that might be useful to us. And I don't know, maybe I'll find something on the ShrekNet that does that. Can't hear you.
You are going to be interrupted during all this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's a gentleman dressed nice. Hair, at least he has, some. It's kind of like a short military buzz cut, but still has the sunglasses, still has the nice suit. As he tells the three of you, come with him.
I will ask if we should gather our fourth friend from the dance floor.
Tells you it does not matter.
He's having a good time. We can leave him here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and shout.
Can I say I was keeping an eye on them?
I'm gonna shout over the dance floor. Rune, we'll be back. Have fun.
I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to tell her that it seems I probably should go catch up with them. May I have your name before I go?
Everyone just calls me she. I am she.
Well, Hope to see you again, she.
Vanity, thy name is she.
Mmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
next time we can have a little bit more fun.
Hmm,
How does
perhaps.
that sound?
Only fate can tell, my dear.
Then it's a date. It's a date.
And Rune has a girlfriend.
No, no.
Nope.
Hey, they're gonna go on a date.
Something tells me she goes on a lot of dates.
Never-
boy.
But she will let you go.
Oh, thank goodness.
And you can tell she just dances her way through the crowd. I guess maybe looking for her next victim, if you want to put it that way. But her party ain't ending, so.
I'm fine with mine, you know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate it.
You know, love it.
Did you enjoy your all practice?
Some parts of it, but Ugh.
Oh man!
I hate that Rune's turning into the ladies' man. I don't. Oh.
Yeah.
At
there you
least
go.
one ladies' man.
Oh, all right. Let's switch to.
Well,
Need I remind you, she hit on me first.
Whoa! All right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Competition.
Except that made me super awkward, so I left.
Oh, someone had to pick up your mess.
I wouldn't call her a mess. That's me.
She's having fun.
It's a party. People are here to party.
She's getting enough of that from her sister. You don't need to add to it.
Oh my god, that would be weird.
What?
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 Nope.
Was that
Nope.
undercover meaning there? I did not catch that.
that.
I think miscommunication happened there.
Yeah.
Several people were thinking that
Yeah.
other people meant other things.
Yeah.
Ooh, threesome with the doctor. Let's go. What?
No. No. Hard
Now
pass.
this is a World of Darkness campaign. Woo!
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kane. All right, so you guys follow. Rune very quickly sliding himself away, trying to hide his stiffy. Moving on to...
Oh boy.
I'll ask if he had
Got
fun.
That was something.
But you guys are led down, and you've been through here before. Lead you down into the lower floor, which has... Once again, most of the people down here have tribal tattoos, are dressed like the 70s, honestly. A little bit more primal in their fashion. Very tribal, their haircuts. But I think they come from almost all walks of life, from what you can tell, besides.
It looks like Rune blended even better down here.
Right. And it's still, dancing, partying. A lot more of it seems to be chatter between the music than just a full-on... Man, I wish I have to be so clean on stream or else I'd be nastier, but... Anyways.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I feel like I need
It's
to
fine.
apologize.
That's okay. It's
No, I appreciate the PG.
I know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I had
If only you knew what my viewers put me through if I had blurps on for the vampire streams. Oof.
But you are led inside the back, which leads into Bennett's little private area. Big enough to have like a full-on gathering in here.
hmm
This time, instead of just leaning on the couch, it looks like he's actually sat at a table, working on something from what you can tell as you get closer. Oh, it looks like he's working on plans. It's hard to say exactly what he's organizing, but clearly something for the club. Events, maybe just change in design. Can't tell right away. But his attention is drawn as you come in. He does give a nod as you are left alone with Bennett. He tells you, in all honesty, he didn't expect you to come back.
Yeah.
I will let him know that the errand went a little interesting, to put it nicely.
Tells you, of course it did. He tells you he bet that you had the time of your life. He asks if you even got inside. That's the one that he wants to know.
Oh, yes. Quite easily, actually.
You know the right people.
Tells you not only did you get inside, but you made it back alive. He tells you you are going to be useful. Yes, if you learned anything from asking around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, always nice to go ahead and be sent to say hi to a dead person. That's a great way to
Quote
win
unquote
friends.
dead, if I remember things correctly.
Correct. Quote unquote dead.
Yeah.
He
Great way to
tells you
learn
from the
things.
rumors that he's hearing, she's just as dead as the rest of you and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he says he's a man of his word. You have proven your worth. Your worth is time. You're not just the usual fodder that he's given. So, what can he do for you?
Well, there's a couple of things. Of course, you are already doing what you can for the good doctor's sister to make sure she stays safe. We do appreciate that. And unfortunately, there's been problems with the wolf pack and my friend Rune here. They seem to keep pestering him about a relation that Rune has. Although Rune has done nothing wrong, we've had to defend ourselves a couple of times. And
He tells you that's some bad business there.
yes, well, we do what we can to.
And yet here you are. Here you stand. You really are some bad motherfuckers. I gotta give you that.
We do not aim to have such a reputation, but we do what we can to keep ours safe as best we can. Although I get the impression that if we were hauled in front of the prince, it would be quite harder to keep us all intact.
I choose who gives a fuck about the prince. So what is it that he can do for you? That's what he wants to know. I don't give a fuck about the traditions. I don't give a fuck about any of that. No. I'm here to help you.
What
Now,
I
don't
think my
accept-
friend Theo is saying is we want to reduce our reputation.
We don't need the heat that we've been getting, is what I'm saying. Is there any way to get the wolf pack at least off Rune's back, or the heat off of us from the prince at all? Is there anything that you could do to help us not have so much attention being drawn by the prince? Anything we can do? Any advice? We'd rather be
he
left
says
alone
if
to
you're
do our.
willing to do maybe another job, give him some time. He says that he thinks that we can come up with something to impress. Because that's really the best bet you have now. Prove that you are worth the effort. Simple. He says that failures die in Chicago. In Jackson, Chicago.
We haven't died yet, but I've been called a failure more than once, and I don't much care for the taste of being called that. But proving ourselves over and over again, putting us into situations that will draw more attention and not less, feels counterintuitive.
No, what he's thinking, give him some time, but I can guarantee you that it's not going to be something grandiose. You might just have to find something. That's all.
Well, the last
And-
time something was so simple, it was a bit rougher than that.
Yeah, I'm assuming that if you want us to find something, there are people that don't want this something found.
He tells you in honesty he doesn't even think people know about it. Think of it as something that's been forgotten.
I met a gentleman earlier this night that has a very long memory and catalogs things that are forgotten. So forgive me if I think that it may be forgotten by most, but everything was remembered by somebody.
Well, he says that you've had time. Hopefully you learned something of Helena. And if that's the case, then you know no matter what you do matters. So,
What is it that you need found?
he says give him some time. He'll get back to you. And he says it's not for him. It's for the Camarilla. He has no need or care for any of their trinkets.
So we find something for the Camarilla. We turn this over. We prove our worth. The prince has to either back off or dust us where we stand. And if he dusts us where we stand, then he will be throwing away an asset, which would be a silly mistake. And others in the Camarilla would look down on him for making a wasteful action. Am I right to assume the situation?
He tells you that the prince, he pushes education. Oh, he's here to teach the young ones how to make it in Chicago. He's supposed to be the shining example of a perfect system.
There is no such thing as a perfect system. That's lunacy.
Oh,
Perfection
he
is
tells you
always
that-
a myth.
He tells you that he will not disagree with that, brother. But unfortunately, that is his
Ideology?
delusional ideology. Correct. He says it's simple. We have to make you useful. We have to give you knowledge. Knowledge that, as I said, might have been forgotten.
Oh, that seems to be something that I'm all the more interested in. But I've been doing a lot of talking, and I am not the only member of our group. What say you all? Do we go ahead and give Bennett some time to look into this, and maybe we have ace up our sleeve that will be beneficial when we do have to talk to the prince? Does it sound like a reasonable endeavor?
I do say that was our plan coming into this. It seems like he can deliver what we were originally going to ask for. I think this is worthwhile.
I accept this task.
Lynn?
Sure.
Then I guess as far as we could tell, we're in agreement. Thank you so much again for your time, Bennett. Hopefully this next
Well, he
assignment...
says before you leave, he'll give you give you a gift. He says if you want, if you have something, let's say something that's been causing a bit of a problem. He says you could always bring that. Maybe that would be enough to impress your prince.
You're saying present something that has become troublesome as a token gesture, and the prince would see that as a gift. I think that
I'm
that
gonna go ahead and just decline that offer for.
yeah, I
no,
think
Mala's
that,
just gonna kill
That sounds
that.
like a dangerous proposition.
Oh, he actually chuckles at it.
yeah, I think that would pretty much be go ahead and a situation that could easily turn sideways, and we would literally be pulling the noose over our own necks at that point. Depending if what I've heard about this prince is true, I'd rather not go ahead and give him something that he could turn to use to blame us for all the woes, when all we've been doing is just trying to survive.
He says this will at least guarantee one of you survive. But Let me look around. Let me dig up some dirt. See what I can find. I have a few ideas, but I need to, let's say, check my work.
All right.
You'll be receiving a message.
I'm sure
Don't worry.
that
You'll know it
Anything-
is us.
you could simply just have Amala's sister relay it to Amala, I'm sure.
I'm gonna give
like the
Yeah.
He tells you the message will be delivered.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Amala's.
Well, he does
yeah.
apologize that you are having to waste one of your first completed contracts for the Camarilla. He tells you it's a shame, but hopefully next time you'll get something a little bit better.
Safety, security, those things are never a waste. If it goes ahead and causes a problem to go away, I mean, I'm sure you're aware that sometimes problems do need to just go away.
Here. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna go and he's gonna hand something over after writing down a few bit of notes. He is going to hand over to you, Theo, since you have been the one mostly speaking. It looks like it is a numbered list of the traditions of the Camarilla. He does you'll need that. Don't make a fool of yourself.
Yes, the traditions that has come up once or twice that one should learn if they want to play nice with the Camarilla. Yes?
He tells you that if you see Jackson and you don't even know the traditions, well, that's permission for him to destroy you. So study
Great.
up, all of you.
Okay, so
I'll make a copy of
The-
that. Vampire
Yeah.
notes. Whoop.
the perfect professor wants the perfect system where all the little younglings know all the answers to the top quiz that we should expect to be thrown in front of us the second we land in the classroom.
He tells you to welcome to the Camarilla bullshit. He tells you to get out as soon as you can.
If I have my way in it, we will never be officially in it. We'll just be ships in the night passing alongside it.
Well, he wishes you the best of luck. He tells you the bad motherfuckers always have times blending in. It's nearly impossible. But who knows? Maybe you'll impress. He tells you to have a good night.
You as well.
We'll have something ready for you. And who knows? It might be easier than you think.
The easy jobs are always the ones that have problems. I'd rather a job be honest and upfront of how challenging it is rather than it being sugar-coated as easy.
Well, he tells you that's really up on you and your talents. Anything that he will be giving you will be simple. Now, he apologizes about the attention of the wolf pack, and he's not really quite certain why. You have drawn their attention. He says that they usually don't care much about outsiders.
Well, I believe what was it they kept on telling you, Rune? They wanted to go ahead and... No? You don't remember?
Nope,
Okay.
no idea. Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then he says, and it's very clear that the difficulty was that of your own doing and not because of the mission itself. Well, he tells you he can never plan for those. And really, neither can you. But he says, but that's always what makes it fun. He wishes you all a good night. And to enjoy yourself. Maybe get yourself something to drink while you're here.
Today was another Saturday for me.
Okay. Well, thank you for your kind offer. Doctor?
I'm going to ask if he'd be willing to maybe, if he knows some of the patrons of the club we happen to visit. I tell him that there were a few people that stood out to me, and I was curious if you might be able to answer a couple questions about who we encountered.
Oh, yes. I do remember Patricia. She was a lovely lady.
He tells you that he's not really one to spread gossip. He just collects it. I'm sorry. But he's not going to start giving details of his patrons.
Well, that's fine, but how about a way to bypass the line?
You would ask her that, wouldn't you, Rune? With that lovely lady that you were do-si-doing with earlier.
He tells you that patience is a very important skill for you to learn. He thinks the
I
line
see
will
what
do
you're
you
saying.
much good.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna tell him that I'm not looking for rumors or gossip, just so much more a name. I'll tell him that there was a woman that showed up while we were there, a woman that demanded the attention of everyone. She was awe-inspiring and terrifying all at the same time. She knew it. Her coming into the room itself changed its entire atmosphere.
Oh, the head turner. Yeah, I saw her too. Yeah.
I'll happen if he just happens to know who that might have been.
And he'll ask, who the fuck do you think it was?
Is that Helena?
If he's not mistaken, I think the name that she's going by is Portia. He tells you only few people know.
Oh yeah,
He
that
tells you
did
to
come
keep
up,
it to
didn't it?
yourself.
I'll nod. I'll thank him.
Alright?
I'll thank him. That's enough.
Alright, well, doors are gonna open as you're gonna be let on out. He sits back. He actually seems to be lighting something up. If you had to guess, it looks like just a cigarette. As the doors close.
Still don't trust him.
I put in for the chat the traditions for anyone who's interested.
Yep.
Well, I am going to make a comment that at least I guess we were successful in our mission. We just didn't realize it until 5 days later. And I'll chuckle.
I thought we were successful. We did what we were told.
Technically, we didn't do exactly what we were told, but the mission wasn't to actually do what we were told. The mission was, can I give you something that would normally get someone that's stupid killed real quick? And the mission was actually, could we do what we were asked and survive? Not succeed, but survive. And the farther we got in actually achieving the mission would be our worth after surviving. If we didn't survive, then we were no longer a problem. So it was a suicide mission for the inept. So it was just proving, lucky us. And thank you to Bowman, who was the biggest resource for that mission, if I recall correctly.
Now, I do have to bring to the attention, should it worry us that he happens to know of our current predicament with the horse?
It's his job to know.
I'm just saying, clearly we haven't been as subtle as we would have liked to been.
The horse isn't a subtle creature.
Oh, no.
No.
But he did offer to find us a solution for it, and then offer for us to go and hand it over to the prince. And I think that would be suicidal?
I think that's a very bad idea.
I think that's an awful idea.
No, we should definitely find this person we were told about earlier this evening.
Yeah.
I think that is our best course of action with that particular endeavor.
Yeah. If eventually Bowman forgives us, I think he'd probably be the best resource to find that individual or any leads on them. But,
let's continue to let him rest just a little while longer, shall we?
The best we can. Well, I will let everyone know that I am done here with my chores. We may leave.
I'm gonna go get my dancing shoes for a second. I will. I'll be back.
I'm not hungry, so I'm good.
I'm not hungry either. Lynn, how you feel? Anything you want to do?
Blood.
Yeah.
Boy, that crippling addiction.
Yeah. The type of sucker I appreciate is the most. I don't think I'll find here readily, and maybe, but at the same time.
I don't normally go for the dancing shoes, but that's what's on offer here. So maybe next time I'll go to the Olive Garden of Vampire.
Olive Garden. Family friendly.
I think though that the Wouldn't you appreciate something more of the biker bar scene, though?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing much else to say. Just yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Do you want
maybe...
a detailed description of how I? I mean,
No, thank you. You can go ahead and just let my imagination do as much or as little as I desire of it. Which is this
find
point.
a nice woman that can really just punch you in the face and then go to town.
There you go.
You know, that you having masochistic tendencies makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all stems from the mommy issues.
Oh,
We're gonna have to fix these.
Oh boy.
Well,
What's there to fix? Anyway.
Well, you're gonna get yourself something to drink. You
Yeah.
also need to sate that addiction, and thankfully, everyone's basically drinking, and a little bit more. Not everyone, just the majority. This is almost like a rave, close, like a dark cyber goth rave.
by the way, what residence did I end up with my little night tryst? Did it matter at all?
It would be melancholy.
Oh, well, that actually fits with.
Who'd you eat? A sweet old man who's all alone?
I don't prefer, honestly, going after the old, just the sleeping. And
Yeah.
the healthier they are, the more likely that I'm not going to leave a body behind. And I do not want to draw attention. So I go for the healthy that are not going to know that I was even there. All things being ideal.
Today was another sunny day for me.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting yourself, if I'm not mistaken, that's some sanguine.
Going.
Yep. For you, Rune.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's what it is here. All right. Well, we'll be leaving the red number 5. I'm not certain how. I mean, especially you, Doctor. Seeing your sister really was just another punch in the gut, and seeing Bennett, it's just his game plan or everything is just so twisted. So who knows? And well, I mean, at least one person had a good time here tonight. So
The one who didn't want to come
Nope.
out.
the one who didn't want to come out.
I didn't say I didn't want to come here. I didn't want to come here today.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, you could go ahead and go out on the floor, maybe get her digits. Maybe you can go ahead and go somewhere else with her next time.
That's a vampire. There's issues with those.
Yeah, it looked like you were
Next
having
time
Quite the issues.
Yeah.
Next time I see her, she's gonna want things from me, and I'm probably just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was the saying that they say that I saw on the ShrekNet? Sharing is caring. There was like some rainbow backgrounds attached to it.
The more you know.
Here's residence. I was wondering what was in this notebook. Penguin.
But with probably more questions than answers, you guys leave. Chaos, the high energy of the red number 5. Feeling, I think, just about how we felt last time we were here.
Dirty.
This place is just so manipulative.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll leave it there. It is 5.
All right.